Alright, so basically, I opened my DaVinci Resolve and saw that I had this unfinished YouTube video titled Anime I Refuse to Watch, and it's literally anime I've all watched. Like, hello? Am I stupid or something? Anyway, the last time I touched that video to edit it was probably during Christmas break, so all the way back in like December. We're in the last week of April now, by the way. So what I did is I scrapped that entire plan and decided to make this video because the downfall of some popular series is what I feel like talking about today. I know like everyone's view on why they're falling off, but literally just my opinion on why it's gonna fall off and be forgotten or be exiled into anime obscurity for as long as it exists. So enough yapping. About downfalls. Let's actually name some. One last thing, actually, the list isn't based off popularity. I just snagged some from my anime list and decided to talk about them. So the first one's gotta be Oshinoko. Spoilers ahead, obviously. So pretty much since around chapter 100, Ruby has already been a nobody in terms of plot progression, and her character development hasn't existed either. But ever since that Dark Crow Child thing showed up and told Ruby, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you some stuff, and after I finish telling you, you'll now be you'll now be integral to the plot." So the kid tells her some things, and now Ruby is hell-bent on getting into her brother's pants. Like Oshinoko, as a concept, started out as the real behind the scenes of the entertainment and idol industry in Japan, and how it isn't all what you think it is, being all sunshine and rainbows. So around chapter 116, I believe, besides trying to get into her brother's pants 24/7, she's also trying to locate her and Aqua's real father, who they believe is responsible for the death of their mother, Ai. But Aqua doesn't fuck with that idea and believes Ruby should stay the innocent idol girl and continue to inspire the next generation of idols, while also hating her brother for exposing their secret of being Ai's kids to the world. So what does Aqua do? He tells Ruby, who was the sick kid Aqua was taking care of in their previous lives when he was a doctor and she was the patient, that he is the doctor who Ruby asked to marry in her previous life when she turned 16. What the hell? Anyway, so now that Ruby knows this, she wants to get into his pants even harder. So you can tell where I'm going with this. It started out as an exposing of the entertainment industry as the main focus of the manga, but now it's that Ruby wanted to bang her brother. Incest is ruined this manga, and if I told you this was the same guy that wrote Kaguya-sama Love is War, you don't believe me and think I've gone crazy. So, the second anime is the quintessential quintuplets. Okay, hold on. Before you guys decide to dox me and leak my address, hear me out first. They gotta let it go, man. The series concluded almost 2 years ago with the final movie, but then now they announced the new original story where he goes on a honeymoon with all five girls? Like, bro picked against a lot of people's wills, Yotsuba, like, holy crazy, she was the only one who hung out with him on that field trip all those years ago and faked her name saying it was Reina, which had her boy in a chokehold for literally the majority of his life up until Yotsuba tells him the truth and confesses her love for him after making him chase her from the infirmary all the way outside in their last year of high school. So, anyway, they're milking the hell out of this series, man. Like, I get it. It's the fifth anniversary of the quintuplets. Ironic because there's five. Holy irony. But I think it's honestly just me who doesn't want to see any other media made on the quints, man. And then there's literally the majority of the fan base who will eat up anything they make, even if it makes no sense. This series ended on a good note. Let's just keep it that way. So I think this is going to be the last one I'm going to mention because no other anime comes to mind. And if it does, I'll just make a separate video for it. So the final one is Dress Up Darling. Wait, please hear me out on this one. I promise I'll cook up a good enough reason. So, in the recent chapters being released, Marin's most recent cosplay is going to be her biggest one yet, and that's how it's being hyped up to be. Gojo possibly losing years of his life with many sleepless nights trying to cook up with only the best materials he could find for this cosplay, and the end result is that the convention that Marin will debut at will basically be her second debut as a cosplayer, which catapults her into immediate stardom because the cosplay is of the angel Haniel who wants to reject her divinity and become a demon. So, the reason why she became so popular is because the series Haniel is from is considered a really good piece of fiction, and that whoever reads it feels uneasy because they can feel Haniel's gaze through the page alone, and since the literal incarnation of Haniel is now standing before them in flesh and bone in the cosplay. So, back on track here. The main reason why I think it's gonna fall off with people is because the main character, the main male lead character, that being Gojo. No, not Gojo Satoru, but Wakana Gojo. I think is the correct way to phrase it. The main reason is him. Throughout the series, Gojo has been portrayed as an antisocial introvert who prefers to stay in the shadows and continue to perfect his craft of Hinadol making to become like his grandfather and inherit the store one day and to keep it in business until his life gets flipped upside down when he befriends Marin Kitagawa, who was surprised the most popular girl at the school. So Gojo was like, oh no, I can't be seen interacting with the school's beauty, but he also finds out Marin has a hobby in cosplaying and was in the sewing room trying to cook up a cosplay of one of her favorite characters when Gojo Kaitas are lacking. Holy sneeze. Holy sneeze. Wow, three sneezes. Gojo Kaitas are lacking and starts critiquing her sewing skills. From then on, they form a friendship, which turns into Marin falling for him. And now with the most recent cosplay, sorry, which shot her into potential stardom, Gojo is now once again where we started at the beginning of the series, an antisocial introvert who thinks he's not good enough to be by Marin's side, as now she's being approached by professionals who can do a way better job than Gojo can at making her dream cosplays come true. But sorry guys, but Gojo's personality did a complete 180 in one panel alone. His development was stellar since becoming friends with Marin up until chapter 90, where it got shot down immediately in one panel and he reverted back to square one. The only way I can see this being saved or redeemed is so let's say Marin does accept the professional agency proposal to become a model for them, but only on one condition that Gojo gets to accompany her to. Not just to be there as just to be there, but to be involved in the work in which involved in the work, sorry, I can't fucking read what I wrote on the screen. But to be involved in the work, which in turn developed Gojo's, which fuck, I can't read. Sorry, in the work which in turn develops Gojo's original goal to become a Hina doll maker, because he's garnering experience through the cosplay agency. So it basically turns out to be a win-win. Another win-win is that Marin declines the offer, which might be the case, and continues to do it as a hobby and it becomes a legend at cosplay conventions, which is also a win-win. Like, who doesn't want to become a legend anywhere? And Gojo gets his confidence back, and it's only up from there. So basically, the only way for the series to actually keep going and like keep progressing the story without any obstacles or like unnecessary roadblocks would be if one of these two things happen. That's all, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notifications whenever I upload. I'm not gonna really be following the schedule. I'm just gonna pump out a few videos here and there if I feel like it. Short videos like these, maybe like 5, 7 minutes long, talking about like something I had on my mind. But yeah, that's all for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Goodbye.